This is Instant Clarity Podcast, the show where your life's questions get answered. My name is Tjaša Dorelay and I'm a channeling medium. And in this episode, I'm channeling Goddess Ixchel, and she shares with us the ancient secrets of the civilization of Mayas. Do you want to know what is their secret, why they actually incarnated on this planet, and what gifts they have for us? Listen to this episode and find out. Dear consciousness, my name is Goddess Ixchel, and I'm here to bring forward the consciousness of Maya civilization. Their purpose of incarnating on this planet Earth was to bring down the systems of the alignment of the planet Earth with other physical forms in the universe, other planets, stars, systems that are holding all the systems together. The best way to tell you this is to tell you how actually the universe coexists. Each physical form, let's say a planet, that is created inside of the universe is not existing on its own, but it has invisible cords and energy connections to other physical forms in the universe. So no physical form created in the universe stands alone and by itself. It is always connected to other planets, stars, and forms of realities as well. So we could say there is this sacred geometry and sacred formulas connecting each physical form to another. And the Maya civilization knew that. They understood how the sun, the moon, the stars, other planets affect planet Earth, because they understood that planet Earth is not the center of the universe, but rather just one part of the vast universe. So they needed to bring this matrix of connections to the planet, because before that, some other civilizations used that power of this connection, but they didn't write it down for the civilizations coming after them to use them as well. So, for example, the civilization of Egypt, they use the astrology and the understanding of the planets, but they didn't write the system down, and they didn't teach this system to a lot of people. This is why these codes were actually initially downloaded on the planet in the times of Egypt civilization, but were not passed on. Different thing happened in the times of Maya civilization being incarnated on the planet. Their task was to bring this system and spread it, was to share this system with as much land as possible, with as many people as possible, so that civilizations coming after them could use those systems. So to say that they were the first ones using the system of astrology as you know it right now, it is a lie. They didn't start it with the use, but they were the ones who were able to share this knowledge and leave this knowledge in the land itself and in their temples and pyramids. So their pyramids or their temples were created because they hold different systems in them. They were using those temples as a activation portals of the systems. Your history, or the way how you right now understand history, tells you that they were using those temples to connect with the gods and to create some rituals to give back to the gods, but this is not the right perception of why they use those temples. Those temples hold the codes of all the systems they were able to incarnate on the planet. So when you go and you visit a certain temple or a certain pyramid or a certain sacred site, you can activate that consciousness inside of your physical body. And later on, when time goes by and an experience in your life happens, you can tune into that part of you, understanding a certain system. Let's go back a little bit. The civilization of Maya were here on the planet because they needed to do two things. The first thing, the first job, task, was to bring down the systems of how the planets and other forms in the universe correlate to each other, how they affect each other. And through that, they have created a divine wheel of time. They have created a calendar, if you want to say it like that, that is the best depiction of how really cycles in the universe work. So if you want to understand the cycles of the universe, you have to connect to the Maya knowledge and you have to go to their sacred sites to activate those codes inside of you. And the second task they had was to activate the portal of the heart. So they used the cacao, the sacred cacao, for their rituals. They drank that cacao that opened the portal of the heart and the magnetism of the heart, because they knew that the knowledge that they are bringing down is so powerful that when the people are not in the heart, they can misuse this knowledge. So they had two tasks: bring down the knowledge, but also activate the frequency of the heart. So when the people will use the knowledge, they will use it for higher, greater good, not from the ego self. But in the times of Maya civilization, other civilization already existed on planet Earth that didn't have as open heart as the Mayas were trying to activate and do. And this is why the knowledge was hidden. It was not there spread around like it was previously intended, because the consciousness of humanity didn't open the portal of heart yet. So there are still so many codes in the land where Mayas lived, and where they left the codes is now the land of Mexico and even the land of Guatemala and Bolivia, where they still hold the pyramids, the temples, even the sacred sites that are still hidden, so much codes and so much information. They didn't had a chance to share all the knowledge that they have grounded on the planet, because the consciousness of the planet itself was not yet activated in the heart. This is why it is so important the use of cacao, the sacred cacao, and to drink this liquid of cacao to open the frequency of the heart, to activate your love for yourself and the humanity itself, and then go and visit those sacred sites. Only people who have already opened the heart and are really tuned into their heart, left behind their ego, are able to get the codes from the sacred sites. Maybe you think I will go as a tourist to a certain pyramid and then everything will be revealed to me. Well, this is not true. If your heart is not yet opened enough, you will not be able to get the information. In the percentage, we can say that only 20% of the information the Mayas had brought to the planet are now public knowledge, meaning that the majority of the codes and the systems that were planted in the land are still there, but they will only open when the humanity will reach the point of the greater love and the frequency of the heart will be more powerful. This is why it is so important to really work on your heart and really open your heart, because this is the only way how the portal of the information can open for you. The Mayas were living a double life, we can say it like that. What I mean by that is that they came to bring down this knowledge, and their intention was to spread the knowledge, but they came at a such later time in the life of planet Earth that different civilizations were already there and were preventing those codes to be completely activated. So the civilization of Maya still exists, but they are in different frequency. So they have just shifted their physical form for their energy form, meaning that the moment when the frequency of the planet will shift to the fourth dimension, which is unconditional love, they will materialize again, and they will anchor in all the clarity and the systems and the knowledge they still hold. So they have this double life. They were physical, then they weren't, but they didn't die, if we can say it like that. They didn't leave the planet. They just shifted to different frequency. So the way how you can feel them is to visit the forests and the cenotes in the land of Mexico, Guatemala, and Bolivia, because there their frequency is most potent. And they will come back, or they will physically materialize again very soon, because the frequency of the planet is shifting beautifully, and the fourth dimension will soon be anchored on planet Earth. This is the information that I can share with you from the Maya civilization, and I, Goddess Ixchel, will now share the blessing with you to bring this energy of heart opening to you right now. Shwashlia shong sha shunti shalsha yishila shong sha shintsha lishwa wishan nishla lala shwan shin sin hala shwa ishung hoshla sha sla sha hala shwa shlio shang shlia sha sha. Allow the frequency of your heart to become even more powerful, to vibrate even higher. And understand that if you want to activate the fourth dimension, connect with the energy of raw, sacred cacao. I bless you, Goddess Ixchel. I wish the ancient secrets you received today have touched your heart, expanded your consciousness, and inspired you to become conscious leader of your life. If they did, share this episode with your conscious friends so their consciousness can enlarge as well. And let's stay connected on Instagram at Tjaša Dorelay. And remember, Your vibration creates your situation.